Hello, I'm Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connections video where we're exploring the crystal of Phosphosiderite. Yes, it's a bit of a mouthful, but an amazing crystal. Now when it comes to violet crystals and crystals that we can use for the crown chakra, how many can you kind of list? How many do you have in your collection? Of course, we normally have a great group of amethysts that are really beautiful, whether it just be a general amethyst, Vera Cruz amethyst, Brandberg amethyst, celestial amethyst. They're all really beautiful. What else have you got in your collection? Maybe a lepidolite, which is kind of like the higher octave of amethyst. And then we've got these really powerful crystals like chakrite, which helps us to know what our life mission is. We've got sugilite that connects us with that universal love. And there may be a few more that you've got in your collection, but there's not too many. And today I want to talk to you about one that I think is worth adding to your crown chakra crystal collection, and that is good old Phosphosiderite. Now, where on earth does the name come from? Well, it is actually based on two of the main elements that create this crystal, phosphorus and iron. And the siderite is a reference to the iron. Now, normally the crystal is this soft purple color, and that's where you'll often find it in your jewelry and your tumbled stones. But it does actually appear in nature in other colors, including reds, yellows, greens, and browns. The other interesting thing about this, when we look at that phosphorus, which makes up the Phosphosiderite, the phosphorus, if we look at the origin of that word, it's actually Greek to mean light bearer. So you can really see how it all ties in to be this beautiful light bearing crystal with the phosphorus and iron, which we know is very grounding and stabilizing. How can we bring our light and stabilize that? And that's exactly what we're going to explore in this video as we dive deep into Phosphosiderite. The soft purple or violet color of Phosphosiderite instantly points it towards being a very calming crystal, and it's going to really help you to bring a bit more grace and gentleness into your life. If you're finding that you're really stressed, this would be a great crystal to bring you back into your center and back into the light. It's a really great one if you're finding yourself really anxious. Sitting down with your Phosphosiderite and taking some deep breaths can be really, really great. Now, often we get stressed out with things that are beyond our control or things that we're kind of pushing against and they just don't seem to be working. Well, this is where your Phosphosiderite is going to be absolutely amazing. It's a really great crystal for helping you to go with the flow. Sometimes we need to allow. Now, remember with this, iron is quite grounding and quite heavy. And it doesn't mean that you go with the flow and let other people push you around. It's just that you connect back in which way the universal flow is trying to teach you to go or prompt you to go, and you go with that. What I mean by that is when we go with the flow, when we're going down a river, we go with the current, not against the current. We can decide where we steer down that current, but we're still heading downstream. And Phosphosiderite will really help you with that as well. Now, if you look at the metaphysical or the holistic reasons why we might be losing our hair, it can often be that we're not going with the flow of life. So Phosphosiderite can be placed near the hair. Maybe you could even pop a piece near your shampoo and your conditioner in the bathroom, and that will help you. So as you're going with the flow, your hair will flow and grow as well. Now, not only is Phosphosiderite really, really great for you personally, but it's a really great one for meditation and for creating peace elsewhere. In particular, where Phosphosiderite is really great, it's creating peace between religions. Now, I don't think there's a better time than when I'm making this video right now of when we need to find peace between different religions. So if you want to if you're affected by that, working with Phosphosiderite would be really great. And you can also just hold the piece of Phosphosiderite or wear a piece in your receptive hand, the hand that you don't write with, and imagine an area of the world where you may see two different religions fighting with each other and blanket that in peaceful energy. What happens is it allows people to be a bit more graceful and a bit more tolerant and a bit more understanding and opens up conversation so that people can see others' perspectives. So Phosphosiderite is great for creating peace within you, around you, and out in the world. So I believe that the rarer the crystal, the higher the vibration and the few select people that should be working with it. So Phosphosiderite, and maybe the reason you're watching this video, will come to people that have a special purpose. So it is a really great one for the crown chakra, and remember our crown chakra is all about our spiritual connection. Not only can you wear this crystal, but gridding it around your home or your space, your workspace can be really great. But if you have a meditation room or a bit of a spiritual kind of room of your house, or somewhere where you do your meditations, your journaling, your readings, all that type of thing, this is going to be a really great place to just put a phosphosiderite in each corner ideally, or just one over the doorway if you don't have all four. Not only is it helping to change the energy to a bit more peaceful and a bit more compromising, but it's also really, really powerful at helping to guard both a space and spiritual tools as well. So if you have any athemas, any wands, any magical tools that you like to kind of want to guard, keeping a piece of phosphosiderite near it would be absolutely amazing. So we often think of violet crystals in the crown chakra as helping us connect to our spiritual team, angels, guides, ancestors, animal totems, and so on. But phosphosiderite works in a slightly different way. It helps us to understand a different spiritual connection. Have you ever wondered why someone comes into your life? You know, there's that well-known saying that people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And sometimes you may be wondering, why this person? Who is this new person who's caught my attention? Is this person I've been dating someone who's really serious and possibly, marriage potential or a soulmate? Or is this just here for a small fling? Well, this is a really great crystal for helping you to gain greater understanding of that. So if you feel yourself questioning a relationship or just curious about a relationship in its early stages, sitting with phosphosiderite or carrying it while you're with that person will help to give you direction. Now, not only that, sometimes we start to realize, maybe this person's been in long enough, their reason has been served, and it's time to let them go. Phosphosiderite is a really great crystal for helping you to move them on and letting go of unhealthy emotional bonds. Remember, as I said before, phosphorus, the light bearer, and siderite or iron, the groundedness. Grounded in our light. So when something is dimming your light or someone is dimming your light, phosphosiderite will actually help you to allow to let that person out of your life so that you can regain your light and your strength. So phosphosiderite has helped us create more peace in our lives. Tick. And then it's also helped us to make sure that our relationships are good and beneficial in our life. Tick. So then it's a really great crystal overall for helping you just look after yourself and care for yourself, making sure that you are at your best. Now that can be on all levels, from a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. But as you work with phosphosiderite, you're gonna find that your energy is actually lifted. It actually has a really youthful energy, and it helps to keep you young at heart. So maybe if you're getting a little bit worried about your age, maybe you're going through one of the astrological major events like Saturn returns around the age of 30, or Uranus opposition at 42, or any of these major ones where you're starting to worry about, what should I be doing? How am I going? Am I getting too old and all that type of thing? Guess what? Phosphosiderite will help you to ease through that with a bit more grace. If you're working on self-worth, this is going to be a great crystal. It helps to increase your opinion of yourself, of your abilities, and to give you a more positive outlook for your future. So if any of them are a little bit down, then guess what? Work with phosphosiderite. Be gentle on yourself. Welcome that peace into your life, and don't let other people drag down your future. It's a really great crystal for that. So we find when we work with phosphosiderite for an extended period of time that doesn't matter what age you physically are, you have that really youthful, vibrant energy about you. As you do that, that will help to attract more peace and more opportunities into your life. And it's kind of like a recycling, kind of like a beautiful cycle where you are more youthful, so great things come, and great things come, so it keeps you more youthful and more exuberant, and so on. So a really great crystal for keeping you joyous and maintaining that bubble of peace around you. So, as I keep saying, it keeps you in the light as a light bearer, bearing the light for yourself, for other people, and for the world, and grounded in that with the iron. When you get your brand new piece of phosphosiderite, or you have been using it for a while, make sure you cleanse it to bring it back to its full potential and get rid of any unwanted energies. So phosphosiderite, with its such gentle and graceful energy, does respond well to being cleansed in the full moon. So popping it out under the full moon rays will really help it. Now, to enhance your work with it, you can also bring in other gifts of nature. So you know that I love working with essential oils because they're a potent punch from the plant kingdom, a concentrate of a plant's medicine. The essential oil that I love to work with phosphosiderite is Tulsi, or holy basil. Now, Tulsi is a really great one for, it works with the crown chakra as well, and helping you to focus on what's really important. Tulsi is a really beautiful one when conflict threatens to upset your peace. We lean into it. When we tend to get distracted by what other people are doing and stop worrying about our own path, Tulsi again can be used to help refocus us. Whether you pop it in a diffuser, whether you anoint it on the soles of your feet, on your kidneys to help with exhaustion and trying to be everything to everyone and worrying about everyone else, or on your crown chakra, all of these are a really great way to work with Tulsi. And you can also check out my other videos on my channel that explore that essential oil in a deeper way. But when you're using the phosphosiderite, pair them up together. Now, the animal I chose that comes to me for phosphosiderite is called the Sowler. Now, the Sowler, sometimes known as the Asian unicorn, is this beautiful kind of antelope deer-like animal, and sometimes its two horns actually just look like one, and some people have mistaken it for a unicorn. Isn't that cool? It's one of the rarest animals on this planet, only found in Laos and Vietnam in the forests there, and it's very peaceful and gentle animal. But in that peace and that gentleness, it's magical. It's almost like the unicorn. So it teaches us to preserve ourselves and our well-being, to maintain our own peace, and how important that is to maintain peace within, around us, and out in the world as well. So Sowler really teaches us how to do that. Now, remember that each crystal has a power day when it resonates with a different planet. So the power day for this crystal is definitely going to be either a Monday because it resonates with the moon, or because it's purple and works with the crown chakra, that has a real resonance with Jupiter that rules Thursday. So either a Monday or a Thursday would be a really great time to work with your phosphosiderite. So I'd love to know, rare crystal, have I intrigued your interest? Have you got it? What have you noticed from working with phosphosiderite? Some people just find it really calming and peaceful, whereas other people do find that they get this kind of sprightly, joyous, youthful energy as well. And I'd love to know which one of the two you find comes out more with this crystal. Whether it be the joyousness or just the calmness, I hope that it helps to ignite the light within you so you can find that strength wherever you are. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.